Valletta in Malta has been one of our favourite ports to visit in the Mediterranean. In fact, we loved it so much we recently went back there for a long weekend to see more of what this historical city has to offer. And in this video we'll show you what you can do both by taking excursions and exploring on foot, and also why we love it so much. So let's start with what you can do if you're the sort of cruise passenger that likes to wander and explore, and Valletta is simply wonderful to explore on foot. And our first tip is to get yourself a walking map of the city, and these are free and readily available as you exit the cruise terminal. Now, Valletta's city centre and main attractions are located high up on the cliff, and whilst you can walk through the Victoria Gate and take the very pretty steps up, a far more sedentary way to access the city is to take the Barrakka Lift. This costs €1 for a return journey and deposits you right in the heart of one of Valletta's prettiest spots, the Upper Barrakka Gardens. Day and night, these beautiful gardens attract many visitors, and the views across the Grand Harbour are one of the main reasons why. And you can also access the saluting battery from here, and at noon and at 4 PM every day, the cannons are fired across the harbour front, a throwback to a naval tradition where cannons were fired to welcome visiting naval vessels. There is also a small military museum here, and it's only €3 to visit the battery and the museum as well. Nearby these gardens are the government buildings, Independence Square and Jean de Valette Square, which features both the National Community Art Museum and the open-air Royal Opera House. It's a short walk to Valletta's main street, Republic Street, which, as well as providing plentiful opportunities for shopping, also features Malta's Museum of Archaeology. Taking in the splendour of St John's Co-Cathedral is on the wish list of many visitors, and its opulent interior is certainly spellbinding. You can also explore the Palace of the Grand Master of the Knights of St John, as well as the Casa Rocca Piccola Palace, with both providing insights into the lifestyles of the Order of the Knights that built and ran this impressive city for hundreds of years. Valletta is simply great to wander around and explore, and walking the walls is particularly rewarding and provides visually stunning views across the Grand Harbour and also Marsamxett Harbour to the north. St Elmo's Fort houses another military museum and was a critical fortification during the Great Siege of Malta in 1565. And the lower Barrakka Gardens can be easily overlooked by visitors, but are visually stunning and also provide amazing views over the harbour. And if you're feeling hungry doing all this exploring, well, Valletta is filled with restaurants and some really fine bars and cafes, but in our opinion the wonderful street food market is something not to be missed, and the food and the atmosphere inside is simply wonderful. And marvelling at the Triton Fountain by the main city gate is also worth your time. It really is impressive, and it's right by the bus station too if you're considering venturing further afield. But if you simply don't fancy a walk around the city or haven't much time, then the Valletta dockside area could be exactly what you're looking for. Filled with shops, bars and restaurants, this is a great spot to sit and chill with the ship right in front of you. So what about excursions and trips exploring away from Valletta? Well, your cruise provider will surely offer you a range of experiences direct from the cruise port, and many of these experiences could take you across the island to explore Malta's history and heritage. And these excursions are likely to include trips to MDina, Malta's original capital city. This hilltop medieval walled citadel is immaculately preserved, and its architectural features are simply stunning. Exploring the maze of beautiful streets, shops and restaurants is a real delight, and St John's Cathedral truly is a marvel inside. There are gorgeous views across the island from the battlements too, and you'll be amazed how sleepy this place is, and its population is only 250 people. Excursions to Malta's ancient temples are also popular, and when you see these 5,500-year-old structures up close, you'll see why. Older than the pyramids and Stonehenge, the temples at Hajar Haim and Menadra are simply a wonder, and you can't help thinking about how these Neolithic peoples were able to create such incredible structures that perfectly align with celestial events. A boat trip into the Blue Grotto is highly recommended, and this limestone sea cave is truly spectacular, and the 30-minute trip along this stretch of coast is an absolute joy, with your boat skipper weaving in and out of the various sea caves to glimpse the turquoise blue waters. And if you're after a money-saving tip, all three of these destinations are easily accessed using the frequent and easy-to-use public buses, which can be caught from the Valetta bus station right next to the Triton Fountain. And with bus fares being only €2.50 each way, this can be a real money-saving option for those brave enough to give it a go. Other popular trips include a boat trip to the Blue Lagoon on the nearby island of Camino, and the promise of the opportunity to swim in the warm blue turquoise shallow waters of the lagoon is a lure for many. But be warned, this is a very popular trip, and space to set up camp on the nearby rocky shore really is at a premium. Also be aware that some trips take you to the nearby Crystal Lagoon to swim, but to be fair, there's more space there to swim. Other boat trips from Valletta can take you to the beautiful island of Gozo, which really is worth exploring. The island's capital Victoria also has a medieval citadel. Like MDina, this is simply gorgeous to wander around and explore, and it's also really peaceful and sleepy and has a gorgeous cathedral at its heart. Gozo is also easy to navigate, and it has a spectacular coastline, and a trip to Gozo is certainly worth considering if this isn't your first time to Malta. Again, these trips can be taken without booking a cruise line excursion, and the boat trips can be taken from either the Valletta or the Barrakka Quayside, and this can be a real money-saving option. Lastly, for a simple and very low-cost alternative to exploring the streets of Valletta, taking the short ferry crossing across the Grand Harbour towards the three cities of Senglaer, Conspicuous and Vittoriosa, well, this is a very rewarding option. And for just a few euros you could sail across the spectacular harbour, past the super yachts of the rich and famous, and into these beautiful cities with their historic fortifications, museums and harbourside restaurants and bars. And these areas are quieter than Valletta, but are full of charm with a really chilled atmosphere. And the ferries across the harbour are really frequent, so this is a trip that's easy to make, and you can do so with confidence without worrying about missing the cruise ship sailing away. So Valletta is a port with plenty to offer, and coupled with Malta's 3,000 hours of sunshine every year, its friendly and welcoming people, great food, excellent wine and prime historical attractions, it really is a 5-star cruise destination. So we really hope that this video is helping you plan your trip to Malta, either sailing from Valletta or sailing into Valletta, because we know you're going to have a great time when you're here. And if you're lucky enough to come here for a longer break, you're able to tick off all of these wonderful things to do and also enjoy Malta's amazing and vibrant nightlife too. And you can see more of these experiences in this video here. Thanks for watching, and we hope you have as much fun in Valletta as we did. If you like this video, why not drop us a comment in the box below and hit the like button. And if you'd like to see more content like this, why not subscribe to our channel? It will help us make more content that will help you have more fun while you're travelling. Thanks very much.